Okie dokie. So, I'm trying a few new things here. First off, new camera angle. Make sure these are snaps. Okay. And got a wood grip, just in case you haven't seen my other two posts. Got a nice, smooth wood grip, no finger grooves, just slick and smooth. Ideal for speed. And this is literally my first time using it. And I wanted to document, what it's like. First time use. So, I'm just going to do what hopefully will become my classic style video and just not have it edited. Just have me run through it and upload what I get. And maybe, I'll just go through some issues I'm having along the way. I am not warmed up yet. I haven't done one single reload in the past over 24 hours. So, this will be kind of interesting with the new wood grips and the fact that I'm not warmed up yet. I'm going to do a short little warm up here. It'll probably take a minute or two. And then we'll start going for some real speed. Okay. Just a couple warm-up draws, which that felt great. I'm not going to lie. I really like the wood grips so far. Oh yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan already. Because all I have to do is just slam my hand right up into this corner here and just take off, assuming I can get out of the holster. But that one was a little off, but I made the recorrect on the way up. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that with the finger grooved grips. As you can see, all my fingers are just tight and up this way. They're up as possible, high as possible right there. Before on my finger grooved grips, my fingers would have a little bit more space. My pinky would be all the way down here. This way I could just grab it like that. And comfortably too, so. Alright. Trying to get that red dot picture every single time I draw. Okay. A little stretch. Sorry I didn't do this beforehand, but stretching is important. Also, exercise, if you guys want to get into this type of hobby or whatever. I mean, if it's just a hobby, you don't need to go all in like that, but if you plan on making a career out of it or taking it seriously, exercise is a necessity, stretching is a necessity. You should stretch either way, at bare minimum. So that way you're not, getting all sorts of, complications like carpal tunnel and stuff like that. You don't want that. It's pretty nasty. So, all right, I'm going to give it a reload here. I do believe I have the red caps in. Yep. Alright, second reload there. I had a hard time grabbing the new clip. Kind of slippery, but not bad for the first two reloads of the day. Ooh! And I'm just throwing them in there. So this is totally new to me. Like all this, the wood grips, throwing them in there. Oh my goodness. I gotta say, it feels a lot cooler. I don't know if it's much faster for those. It feels awesome. Than just force it in there now. I remember watching a video where Jerry Mitchell explained that tossing them in there is the best route. I didn't believe him at first. And if you go back, all my videos up until this point, except the 1.82 PR, all of them except that, you can see I clearly muscle them in. All right. See, even if I miss, I could just sit it there, give it a shake. It'll shake right into place and fall right into place. It honestly might be the best recorrect tactic that I've, you know, given a go myself. And then I miss. That was pretty good though. The fact that I only missed one out of all the ones I've done so far, that's not bad. I was picking up the speed a little bit, anticipating some better results, but we didn't get them, and that's fine. It's bound to happen. All right. Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Maybe I'm throwing a little too far. I'll get a little closer next time before I let go. Little recorrects. Sometimes you need it. Until I'm more consistent. But, I'd say so far not bad right now. Alright, Overthrow. Totally missed. Realistically, the throw is super useful, super good, and quick. But you still have to be accurate, and I just simply wasn't accurate all the times I've completely missed so far. I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to reload right-handed. Now, I probably only have like maybe 40 minutes total practicing my right-hand reload, my Jerry Mitchell style reload, or as he likes to say, classic reload. And that's just, you take it, you draw it, hit the cylinder release, this hand comes by like this, that falls to the ground, you get your new load, you throw it in there, you go like that. Now, it's a lot easier said than done, especially considering, I mean, I'm left-handed anyway. But I will say, with any sort of action sport, any sort of sport that requires muscle memory, it's really good to train your other side too. Because something about it, just the cross wiring, I don't know, something about it, it really helps your dominant hand do what you need to do. So I'm going to give these right-handed reloads a try. We'll just spend a little bit of time on that, maybe a minute or two, and then we'll move on. Oh, the hardest thing for me in this is finding the red dot with my right hand. It's a lot harder. And that's fine. I'm not too worried about being perfect right now. I'm just reloading right-handed. So, mistakes will be made, especially right-handed. This is something good to practice. It's like it flip-flops your brain, and then your brain gets back to your dominant hand, and something about it just makes it a whole lot easier for your dominant hand. Alrighty. Oh, my cylinder door wasn't open enough. I've only had like maybe 2 of these done smoothly total, and I gotta say it's just because of lack of practice, but here we are practicing it some more. Alright, I gotta say I like the wood grip so far. I haven't noticed any snagging on my shirt, nothing. It's real nice. I haven't noticed any snagging on my hands. All right. Oh, that would have been good if it was centered. It wasn't centered. So that's the right hand reload. I'll give it another go. I really want to get one smooth one at least before I move on. Leave it at a good note. See if we can do it. And also, I don't have a right-handed holster or nothing. It's just drawn from my side, but better than nothing. I mean, that one wasn't terrible. That one was terrible. One more retry here. And I promise after this, no matter what happens, we'll move back to the dominant hand. All right. That was one. All right, we gotta make this one count. Good enough. Right-handed. I'm left-handed. I've been practicing left-handed. You could tell. Let's go back to left-handed. Should be more warmed up even by now, so let's give some left-hand reloads a go. Alright. That first one I just simply missed. That's very strange. I keep missing with the first one. Wonder why. Alrighty. The hardest part of all, getting the preset clip in. Alright. Dude. Alright, second one. Not even the second one. Well, that's alright. Normally I would do all this part off camera anyway, so if you guys see any videos with me in this outfit, within like the same time span, it was probably after this video, so. There we go, that's what I'm looking for right there. Something like that. Based off how those felt like slightly over 2 seconds apiece. I'm shooting for at least sub 2 seconds, but can't always get there. Let's continue. Take a deep breath. Sideways bullet won't work. Alright, and that one I closed the cylinder before it was all the way seated, so I had to readjust, reopen, and then shake it back down and then go again. It's also important not to get ahead of yourself, but here we go. Not ideal. I'll just keep going until I get a really good one in there, and then I'll call it quits for the video. Oh, that's a problem I haven't had in a while. The bullets stay in the cylinder because I wasn't focused enough on getting them out. That's alright. That's the thing, you gotta focus like 100% on everything that you do here, so a lot of focus is required to perform this task. Get a little stretch in. Alright, here we go. Try not to drop down either. I noticed I was dropping down. You don't want to do that. That's bad practice. Bad practice on my end. So don't do it. You just want to stand. You want to find a position, knees bent, weight on the balls of your feet. You want your head to stay. In the same spot. That wasn't bad. Now, I also need to start incorporating my little wiggle I do. I mean, Jerry does it too. I stole it from Jerry. And it's to kind of like offset the weight that's being thrown around. All right. It happened again. That's weird. I don't like that. All right. All right, so that time on the second one, I'm going to just show you this because I don't get, when I put my thumb through, it was too high and my thumb collided with the top of the frame. So just like that, that's a no-no. Always got to have it low enough to go through. Just another problem. Wasn't in my last video I did about this, so something to keep in mind. You don't want your thumb slapping the top of your frame from the other side. You want it to go clean through. And whenever you do, you want to push from the top. And that's why my thumb was hitting the frame. You want to push from the top. And that just has to do with the way it's constructed. You got the shallow side on your cylinder stops on the cylinder. For your cylinder stop cutouts, you have the shallow side. And if you continuously, wear that, it's going to wear a lot faster than your deep end, your deep side. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If not, get a revolver and find out for yourself. So, here we go. It's behind me. There's a box of pens keeping my foot from going any further. All right. My thumb hit that frame again, dude. I might just need to cut my thumbnail. It is a little long, so probably have to cut that. Terrible attempts by me. All right, let's do one for real, and then let's wrap this video up. I am loving these wood grips, though. They're super comfortable, easy to work with. You're not getting snagged on nothing. Very nice. I recommend wood grips for your competitive setup, or even just your everyday setup. If you don't already, get some wood grips. Unless it's a big bore. If it's a big bore, stick with the rubber grips, shock absorbing grips, stuff that'll eat that recoil right up. All right. Sorry, that was probably loud on camera. All right. Yeah, I'm just having a hard time right now. Essentially, I didn't have the cylinder released by the time my thumb went to push the cylinder out, so my thumb was stopped by a solid cylinder that wasn't going to go anywhere. It's also a no-no. You definitely don't want that. And especially if you do it too many times, you'll start wearing your revolver in ways that you don't want to wear it. So it's good to keep that up to a minimum. I'm having problems, man. All right, let's go. Well, the first one was good. Let's try and get 2 good ones again. I know I've probably said that like 80 times by now, but it's part of practicing. You just gotta keep going, keep repeating. That was almost a really good throw, and then that one completely missed. Probably because I wasn't focusing 100%, but whatever. Alright, I'm going to focus. Now I'm going to shut up, I'm going to stop talking, I'm just going to focus on it. Alright. Man, my thumbs just aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. This thumb keeps hitting the frame, and this thumb keeps missing the cylinder release. It's very irritating, especially considering I normally don't have these problems. I normally don't have these 2 issues, but here we are. Now, that's just something that happens with repeating and repeating and repeating. Some days you're just not on your game, and other days you're far better than you ever would be. So. All right. Little neck crack. All right. Not bad, but not smooth enough to be good, so gotta get smoother. I gotta focus more on where I'm looking, when I'm looking. It's another issue. If you're not focused on it, you won't look where you're supposed to look when you're supposed to look, and that's a big key to getting stuff done, so especially fast. I'm about to lose it. I feel like there's literally something else causing this issue. This isn't normal. This is not normal for me not to be able to get those bullets out. Maybe I'm just not tilting it back enough. All right. All right, I'm gonna try some muscling in there. I'm going to muscle these boys right in. See how we do. Well, aside from the second one, I mean, you know. Just forcing them in, and then we're going to alternate back to tossing them in. And on paper, I should do better. Normally, another key part of doing things on repetition, I learned this when I was a skateboarder, even though that was never going to go anywhere. I wasn't nearly good enough. When I was a skateboarder, I learned that it's good to, if you're making a mistake, it's good to go back, make the mistake on purpose, or train something that'll get you out of making that mistake. And here I am training something that will hopefully get me out of making the mistake of missing my toss-in. I feel like the extra guidance of just muscling it in gives me a better feel for where my hand should be for when I throw it in. So, all right, I'm going to get my breath back. I'm going to stop talking. All right. That first one was just an off problem due to these loose sole casings in this steel clip. Sometimes I just get one that's set a little bit further back than all the others, and it will cause the whole thing to stop from closing the door, closing the cylinder. All right. All right, 2 muscle ins, that wasn't bad. I'm going to go back to throwing them in. See how it turns out. My cylinder release hand can do what it's supposed to. Because I missed the cylinder release that second time again, which is, I swear it's not a normal issue I normally have. It's just a today thing, it seems like, so. All right. Go stretch my thumb. Ooh. Probably needed a stretch. Yeah, there we go. All right. Tried closing the door too fast. There we go. That second one was more ideal. Just a miss. Get those sometimes. Which is why I'm sitting here practicing and repeating and repeating and repeating, so I don't get those as often eventually. And there I am getting them. Okay. Dude, just absolutely, it's because I'm not focusing. I'm just not focusing at all. I'm not focusing on the things I should be. I'm not focusing properly. I'm too focused on the camera and not focused enough on getting this done. All right. Well, I mean, I am going kind of full speed right now, but normally the faster you go, the more error you have. Ooh. I like that one. That one was good. All right, well, I guess that's it.